The purpose of this program is to go back to our roots, to remember who we are, to remember the capacity that we have. There's a study that has been done, which I'm going to play for you, that has shown that researchers, let me make this illustration first. A premature baby, be it 6, 7, or 8 months premature, their developmental phase or their developmental stages are not the same as the full-term baby. We have shown through evolution in our previous episodes that the cradle of humankind is actually in the southern Africa. With the video that we've played you have seen that of the mitochondrial Eve, that humankind actually started here in the southern Africa. We are melanated people. So we develop melanin to the fullest. And we are the only people that our hair does not have lice. We don't have that. All other nations, European, Asians, the ones with the non-curly hair, they have lice. We don't have. And evolution shows that we from apes and we evolved. So clearly they never evolved to full term. And some people question the theory of evolution to say, how can we be coming from apes? But I would say if you go look at European, you look at the texture of their hair, you look at their skin color, and you go to the zoo and you look at apes, then you will see that the theory of evolution has truth in it. You just have to look at a European and go to the zoo and look at an ape. You look at the nose, you look at the skin color, you look at the hair texture, the zoo. You don't even need detailed research. You just look at them and you go to the zoo and you look at the apes, identical. They are proof, according to this research that I'm going to show you, of our intelligence. Now, these researchers went across the globe. They interviewed and they tested different nations. They actually went to 42 countries. And in the 42 countries, they did their studies and they realized when they did their chart, you will see in the screenshot that I'm going to play, in the video that I'm going to play for you. What they realize is that the chimpanzee actually had 4. They actually numbered the levels of intelligence. Your chimpanzee had 4 level of intelligence, and your apes had 5, and all nations except Africans, all Asian, European, you name it, all of them except Africans, they came at 6 intelligence. When they came to Africa, because we were full term, we were sitting at 9 level of intelligence. When everybody else is sitting at 6, we are sitting at 9. 9, which is the completion.
Well, this group of scientists came upon an idea by accident at first that different groups of people had different numbers of DNA series.
Explain that.
Now, a DNA series means that when your DNA is located, and say they get a hair from your head and they subject it to certain tests, they say, well, this is the DNA of Minister Brown, and yours is different from everybody else in the world, all right? Then they found further that not only are there DNA series different, but the number of DNAs in there are different in different groups. Whites have a different number of DNA, and blacks have a different number of DNA series. Apes have a different number of DNA series. Then they found this amazing thing, that the greater the number of DNA series, the smarter the person, the group is, the greater the probability of genius within that group. So they tested the orangutans, these 15 geneticists from around the world. Now, these geneticists came from 9 different universities. And we have here on the cover of the pamphlet they put out the names of these geneticists. And you can see them right there, right beneath the title of this pamphlet. Now, this pamphlet, most people have no idea what it means. But breaking it down, and after you study it and have it explained to you by a geneticist, a trained geneticist, you will find that they're talking about DNA series. Now, here are the names of these 15 geneticists from around the world: University of Japan, University of China. Yale University is the headquarters of this organization called the American Association for the Advancement of Science. And you see it down there. Now, this was copyrighted in 1996. All right. What it said is this, and this is the mind-blowing part. It said that when they tested the orangutan, they found out he only had 3 DNA series. When they tested the gorilla, they found out the gorilla has 4 DNA series, because he's a little smarter than the orangutan. They tested the chimpanzee, which is an ape, and found that he had 5 DNA series. Then they went all into the different races of the world. They went into Europe and tested the DNA series of the English, the French, the German, the Spanish, the Russians, and found they had 6 DNA series. Then they put all of this, what they found from around the world, on a map. And this map really is called the intelligence map of the world, because they tested 116 different human groups and found their DNA series numbers. All of them, all over the world, have 6. And they put the numbers in form of a little flag that you can see on this map. These little flags have a color. And they show, oh, this is upside down. I'm sorry. Yeah. And they showed that the English have only 6, and all into Europe, only 6. Went over into Japan and China, and they only have 6. Over into America, which is predominantly European, and they only have 6. Then they came to Africa, and they came to the part of Africa. Now, all the rest of them, they put in little flag colors. Those flag colors are orange, red, if you notice. But when you come to Africa, found out that the African people have 9 DNA series, from here just below the Songhai Empire down to the foot of Africa. All those 10 nations, of which African Americans descended from one of them. We have 9 DNA series, the greatest possibility of genius in our group.